Today's topic, I wanted to talk about LTG. Basically, low tier guide. If you're not familiar, he's been pretty down on Street Fighter 6. You know, he's had a history of quitting on fighting games, and I feel like there's a good chance that he might be done with. I mean, there's like a slight chance that he might be done with Street Fighter 6, but I highly doubt it because he's had a history of quitting in Street Fighter 5. So I highly doubt that he's going to be done with Street Fighter 6. But in Street Fighter 5, we saw a lot of. In Street Fighter 5, it took him a long time to actually quit the game, and this is a game. I think maybe it has something to do with like his work ethic, because clearly, we saw like as new characters were introduced in Street Fighter 5, he got really lazy. And he didn't really like his ruse wasn't very good. The newer characters he just wasn't very good with, and so the problem with Street Fighter, like we saw it later on, like as Street Fighter 6 came along, it's kind of the same thing. Like he was just really, like he's already willing to give up on this game. And he's like, to me, I know he's in Diamond, but like in this game, it's clearly like the equivalent of Platinum, and he's already ready to give up. So I wanted to cover that topic today. Definitely want to. He said, didn't he break his physical copy of Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 5? Possibly. I'm not really 100% sure. But that's actually hilarious if he did. But no, I think he has it. He probably has it downloaded because I think he played it. He probably did break like one of his copies, but that would be pretty funny. But so basically, Street Fighter 4. He hated Street Fighter 4 because something about footsies. He hated. He said the game wasn't really footsie based. So Street Fighter 5 was going to be more footsie based, and that's the reason why he hated Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 5 was more about the fact that there was V trigger and there was V skill and there was like a lot of help me mechanics, easy mode combos. There was no one frame links, and he felt that Street Fighter 5 had very simplified mechanics. And then of course in this game it was kind of the same thing. The excuse is more of drive impact. It's more which drive impact is frustrating to deal with, and I can relate on some of the stuff like Street Fighter 5 V trigger robbing mechanic. That was very frustrating. So I could kind of relate on some of that stuff, but I feel like at the end of the day, if you look at a lot of the pro players, which I'm not really comparing them to a pro player, but you have to, like if you use them as an example, they all adapted. They basically adapted and they got better at the game, and so they got better at beating those cheap mechanics. And they got better with part of the best thing about Street Fighter 5 is like the best players were able to use V trigger very well, and I think that's really what it was. He said he misses V trigger. I would be surprised if he did say that. Like if he did say that he missed V trigger, but so basically, let's go ahead and take a look at what he said. Let's get right into that.
This game takes so much skill, guys. Look, anybody can do it. Oh my God, this game takes so much skill.
I said, is that when he rage quit? Oh.
Skill.
Oh no, yeah. Well, I should have got.
Allows any dumb fuck to just mash buttons. I would never play this shit on stream ever again after this.
See, there it is, right there.
Man, I'm serious. This is it.
Did you hear that? It was like kind of like a whining. It was kind of like a Listen to the emotion. Listen to the emotion in his voice, though. It almost sounded like he was about to kind of cry a little bit. Like I think there was like a very deep emotion in his voice.
This game takes so much skill, guys. Look, anybody can do it. Oh my God, this game takes so much skill.
Wait for it.
A lot of skill.
You heard it?
Game allows any dumb fuck to just mash buttons. I would never play this shit on stream ever again after this. I'm dead ass serious. This is it.
Right there. Did you hear that? I think that's the quivering you're talking about. Like clearly he there's like some kind of like passion, I guess, that he has. Like clearly he loves Street Fighter. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Like he does love Street Fighter in that regard. Like he's like, maybe there's like some emotion where he's like, you know, disappointed in the game, and I don't know if that's where the emotion comes from, but clearly he's like, you know, it sounds like he's about to cry there. Like, you know, and so much for a guy that, like you said, doesn't have any emotion, but oh well.
Nah, bro, I'm not playing this game no more. I thought 6 was gonna be some new shit, but it's a scrub ass fucking game. It's literally worse than Street Fighter 5 online.
Wow, that's huge right there.
Can't ever play this shit on stream again. I'm done. It's suspended. This game is fucking garbage. Did you just see what this fucking kid just spammed and did? Bro, you think I'm gonna sit here like, no, I'm not. Right. I don't need to explain my fucking self.
I agree. It's so delusional. It's hilarious. So.
I'm not going back to 5. I'm suspending Street Fighter off my streams in general.
Yeah, he'll never admit that he got bodied though, or whooped. It's my cat making that noise. There's the ASMR beatdown, right? I don't know. Well, with Falk, it was kind of the same thing with Falk. Like, he would just spam certain moves. Ooh.
I'm done with this game, bro. I'm straight. I'm not playing this game on stream no more. It's been good. I'm done with Street Fighter 6 on stream. I'm cool. I'm straight. I'm done. That's funny to you, you're banned. I'm straight. Nah, I'm cool off this game. I'm not playing this shit on stream no more.
Wow. This is the second time. So we'll see if it actually happens.
Let me go to practice real quick just to show you what this nigga was doing. You said I'm muted, you're banned, dumbass.
I love the troll commentary, by the way. Love the troll commentary. Like, that's always like, to me, that's like my favorite part of like any LTG stream is usually like the troll comments. So that's why, you know, that's why I tend to gravitate more towards that. But so there you have it. So there you have it. Basically, you know, we'll see. But he's already said that the only reason I'm starting to take it seriously, like maybe he might actually be done with 6, because you know, he sounded very convincing the first time, but now he said it the second time. Like, and I think this was like the second consecutive stream, or you know, where he played Street Fighter 6. Because remember last time he didn't play. Like, I think he took like a week off from it or something like that, and then he came back, and then now clearly he doesn't want to play it. But I feel like you got to give games a chance. You know, you can't just. I feel like at the end of the day, you can't just, you know, quit a game after like, because the games have been out, like it's not even the end of June yet. I mean, it is the end of June, but it's like June hasn't even ended yet. The game came out June 2nd, and you're already a month into the game. You're only a month into the game, and you're already ready to quit. So maybe there was a time in Street Fighter 4 where he actually had work ethic. You know, I don't know, but clearly he doesn't have the work ethic anymore. So I don't know. Like, I don't know what his issue is, but you said this about 5. You said this about 6. At some point, you gotta, you know, re-examine yourself, and you gotta ask yourself, you know, is there something I'm doing? Is there something that I could be improving on? Because in Street Fighter 7, it's probably just going to be something else. You know, it's going to be, you know, maybe there's going to be like some kind of super parry ability or something like that, and that's going to be cheap. And next thing you know, he's gonna blame super parrying, or maybe the next game is going to be like super. there's going to be like some kind of cheap anti-air mechanic or something like that, or some kind of I don't know, just some kind of, let's just say there's some kind of random mechanic that it's always going to be something else. And I think you've probably actually seen this, Reach. He said, did you hear how happy he was with the game on day one? But he was playing against noobs and that don't know what they're doing, so he was winning. Oh yeah, he was probably like in bronze, in silver, which people using modern controls and that kind of thing. But that's kind of how he was in 5 though. Like once he got the diamond, because you remember in Street Fighter 5, in diamond you're only playing pretty much diamonds and up. You're playing Grandmaster, so I think he just had a bad perspective on it, because of course you're gonna lose. Of course you're gonna like once you get the diamond, of course you're gonna lose most of your games, just because you're only playing people that are Grandmasters. You're only playing warlords and people of a higher rank. So you're actually supposed to lose. That's why the points are, actually in your favor for you to win. I mean, for you to to not rank down, because in Street Fighter 5, what you lose? I used to lose 35 points every time a warlord beat me, or even someone that was Ultra Diamond. If they beat me, I lose 35 points. If I beat them, I get like 156 or something like that. So I think he just had, I don't know if he had like a bad perspective, or like maybe he thought that he was just some kind of god that should win every single game. I don't know what it was, but I don't think he was, like I said before, I don't think he was bad at Street Fighter 5. I just think his attitude was horrible. But like, let me put it this way: if someone told you that that wasn't LTG playing, it was someone else, it was just some random person named Joe Johnson that played exactly like LTG, would you say he was trash? And I think that's where like we got to be objective and look at his gaming, like look at him like as like the gaming side of him. I think he was decent, like for the most part. Like when it came to Urien and it came to Gill, like I said, Gill I think was his best player. I mean his best character. Now when he plays with Rose and like other people, like with Falk, I think his Falk and his Rose was trash. But I don't think he was actually that bad. But he just had like a poor perspective on it. Like I don't know what his goals were, but he got mad every time he lost. So maybe he just looked down on every single person that he thought maybe he should beat everybody that wasn't named Punk or wasn't named Idom. I don't know, but I don't know what his thinking was. But Street Fighter 6. He said this about Street Fighter 5 before 5 even came out. I think you'll find this interesting. Street Fighter 6. He said this about Street Fighter 5 before 5 even came out. I think you'll find this interesting, because it's a very short video and it's like the picture's really bad. All right, here we go. Five. And then I think he said the same thing about 6, but I think 6 has like a stricter penalty. From what I've heard, actually from what I heard from you, he said 6 had a stricter penalty. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's topic. So that's gonna be it for today's video. If you like, if you like what you see, please leave a like. Let me know your thoughts on this whole thing, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy.